Ya la 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 Eretzonecha. Here's the middle part. Yarutz avdecha. Try that. Yarutz avdecha kemo. Kemo aya. Bring your voice up there. Kemo aya. Oh. Yishtachavei ailai. La 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 elul hadarecha. That part again. Yarutz avdecha. Page 10. Yishtachavei ailai. Ya la 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 elul hadarecha. From the beginning. Yedid nefesh av harachaman. Yedid nefesh av harachaman. Meshoch avdecha. El ritzonecha. Meshoch avdecha. Ya la 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 la. El ritzonecha. Good learning. We're going on the road next week. You'll all get emails, okay? Now, will you three come on up for the lighting of candles and blessing of wine for Kiddush? And where's Jonah? He was invited to take part, right?
He's in the back.
He's in the back. He's running fast. Come on up this way. You'll find the Hadlakat HaNer on page 2 and 3 of our prayer book. It's our custom to rise for these prayers, so I'll ask you to do that if you are able. Okay, set. Right here. As these.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Will you please come here, Eli, and you can get the cup. Please turn the page on page 4. You'll see the introduction to the Kiddush, Vayhi Erev Vayhi Voker Yom HaShishi, and there was evening and morning the 6th day. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the 7th day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the 7th day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the 7th day and declared it holy, because on it, God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done. So pick up the cup, put it right in front of you. Nice and loud. Here we go. Start.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvaton hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'charta, v'tanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'ahava uvratzon, hinhaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
Now you have to drink or it's a waste of blessing. It's just juice. Hand it to your folks. Everybody please sit down. It is. It's not wine. Thank you. There we go.
We
Sit down.
continue reading responsively on page 6, in the middle of the page.
Did you say responsibly?
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
we should read responsibly, always.
Oh,
I know.
May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship, and all who like to make fun of the people they work with.
May we welcome all who have cares to
Cares to
unburden,
unburden,
thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May
May the synagogue be for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. We turn to page 12. And we've been learning this L'chadodi now for...
Well, Lechuna Ranana.
I'm sorry, L'chuna Ranana, thank you, for some time now. And if you don't already know it, sing Ya La La, you'll know it.
Well, isn't the whole first part la la la?
The whole first part is
Okay.
Ya La La, and then
I
we're
can
going to
do
add
that.
the words. Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La, Ya La 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 La. Ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 lechune ranana la Adonai nahari al tzur yishenu nekadem afana betoda bizmirot nari alo lechune ranana la Adonai nahari al tzur yishenu Nekadem afana bitoda Bizmirot naria lo la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya 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 la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 la.
So we did the love song, you did Nefesh, and then we have the song of the bride on page 20. L'chadodi, and we do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Those who are still Hebrew scholars will know if you read the first letter of every verse, the author has placed his name in the text, Shlomo Halevi, Shlomo Alkabetz. He wanted to be remembered, and he's remembered not only because of his name in the text, but because it's the most beloved of all Shabbat songs. In the last verse, we adopt a widespread Jewish custom of turning around and facing the rear. And in the last verse, we say, Bo'i kala, may the bride come, and we bow to there as if the bride is going to enter. Maybe it's Judy tonight, we don't know. Or bow there, maybe someone will come in from the alley, and we don't know. But it's a lovely custom to greet the metaphorical bride into our presence. It goes like this. La 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 l'chadodi. La 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 likrat kala. La 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 b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nikaben. La 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 l'chadodi. La 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 likrat kala. La 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 b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nikaben. Verse 1. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmi'anu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litilai Ya la 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 l'chadodi. La 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 likrat kala. La 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 b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nikaben. Verse 2. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha.
ויהי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נשוכה סוף מעשה מחשבה תחילה די 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 לה 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 לך דודי לה 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 לקראת כלה לה 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקרא
Skip to verse 5.
התעוררי התעוררי כי מבעורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך לגלה די 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 la 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 la
Please, if you're able, rise and face the rear. La 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 לקראת כלה la 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקרא Verse 9 בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה וצהלה מתוך אמוני עם סגולה Now is the bow to the left בואי חלה To the right בואי חלה די 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 לה 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 לך דודי לה 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 לקראת כלה לה 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקרא ולה לה 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 לך דודי לה 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 לקראת כלה לה 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 פני שבת נקרא Quiz time. How many psalms are there? David didn't write all of them, but anybody know? Wild guess. How many psalms were written? Campbell, take a wild guess. Pick a number. From 1 to 1,000, it's like the Powerball, right? Pick a number. How many do you think? How many psalms are in the book of Psalms? Just take a wild guess. Any number will do. Oh, come on, Carly. Pick a number. What? A number, Lizzie. 200, less. It's less than 200. Another guess. 154, less. 146, more. Who said 150? You get the prize. Very good. Now, there's only one psalm out of all 150 that is dedicated to Shabbat, and that's on the next page. And it's our custom to read from the English of that, and then where it says the indent in English, instead of reading the indent in English, we look at the indent in the Hebrew and chant or sing the beautiful rendering of Tzaddik Katamar. This is on page 22 in your prayer book going from right to left. Please read with me if you are on the page. A psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night,
with a 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai. How very subtle your designs.
A brute
Cannot know, a fool cannot understand
Look at the
this.
indent in Hebrew.
Tzaddik Katamar Yivrach Keres Balvanon Yizkeh Shetulim Beveit Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Odiluvun B'Seva D'Sheinim V'Ra'ananim Yehu Lecha Le'agim Yashar Adonai Tzuri Velo Avlatabo.
One of the lovely things about new people coming to town, like Rabbi Gorbin and Cantor Berman, although they ain't new anymore, they're in their second year, they're veterans, is we learn new tunes, and there's a beautiful tune for Shalom Aleichem that Cantor Berman has introduced. And so this actually completes the trilogy of Kabbalat Shabbat, from the lovers to brides to angels. We did it open, right? Okay, you start.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet. Malachei Hasharet again. Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech. Mi Melech.
24.
Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem, Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Bimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Barchuni.
Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon.
Mi Melech.
Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Teidchem, Teidchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon.
Mi Melech.
Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now la 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 with all you got. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. That sounds great. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
So, since I'm an old failed high school history teacher who must teach, I cannot help it. If you walk away knowing tonight of angels, brides, and lovers, you'll know what Kabbalat Shabbat is about, which is a beautiful thing. On page 26, you'll find the Chatzi Kaddish that ends the section of the service and leads into the Baruch Hu, the call to worship. If you are able, please rise.
יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה.
אמן.
ויעלמה דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון ובמכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל.
בהגלה, בהגלה, ובזמן קריב.
ואמרו אמן. יהי שמרה במבורך. לעולם לעלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה.
בריחו.
בריחו ליהי מכל ברכתה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach seated. On page 30, you'll find the first blessing or bracha after the Baruch Hu. And why don't you introduce it, because this is becoming a signature song for you. I'm going to play behind you, though, okay?
Okay, great. This particular version of the Ma'ariv Aravim begins in, well, the English, because you don't actually have the words for it in front of you, are roll into dark, say that.
Roll into dark.
Roll into light.
Roll into light.
Light becomes day.
I know.
Day turns to night.
Oh, I figured it out.
And
Yeah.
Ma'ariv Aravim, the prayer is about the cycle of day into night and night into day, and in particular the way the light and dark mix and separate,
Four?
creating the beautiful sunrises and sunsets that we sometimes see. And when we switch into the Hebrew, we'll enter in at, I believe it's the 9th line of Hebrew.
You are correct. You're good at math.
It's the one after the really, really long word.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreo balala, ve'roshech mipnei roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. So after the bracha for the nature, we have one for love. Turn to the next page. 32. Ahavat Olam. God loved the Jewish people eternally by giving us Torah. When I talk about this with young people, even 6-year-olds get it. I say, you mean it's an act of love to have rules? And at first they say, no, no rules. And then they figure out why rules are good for them and how they're the sign of love of parents who care about them so much, they give them rules. It goes like this. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochtenu, U'kumenu nahasiach b'chukecha, V'nismach mimivrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu, V'yorech yameinu, Uvaheb negeyom balayla, negeyom balayla. Ve'avatcha al tasir, mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Yisrael. Please rise and turn the page.
Shema
Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad,
please be seated? 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
There's a reading across from it on 37. The Ve'ahavta must be said in a language understood by the heart, and so we read this together. Love your God
with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem.
Amen.
On page 41, we join together. Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, and earth protected and cherished. A gift for our children and the generations to come.
The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content. Her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, a song of peace.
On the facing page is the Micha Mocha. This tune by Debbie Friedman, we simply glide into her Miriam song. The English of Miriam's song, at least the chorus that we do, is on 342 if you want to see those words. If you know your Micha Mocha, that's great. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. We're going to do it from the beginning again. Watch her clapping here. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי היום לפני משה ומרים זה אלי ענו ויאמרו אדוני אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד 342 that chorus in English. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
On page 42, Hashkivenu, a prayer for peace and protection throughout the night.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shumreinu lechayim.
Let's do that again.
Hashkivenu Adonai
of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu
Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Amen. Eli, we're on page 44. We're going to do a shamru. We're not going to play guitar. You're going to lead us. And Eli's getting used to this. Come on in. Come on, here you go. There's a right here. I'll take that book. Here, we'll send that back to the family book rack. There we go. Pick a key. I'll turn off my mic so we can hear you. Okay?
Beshamu b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בבית עולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בבית עולם. בני ובן בני ישראל, עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. עוד היא לעולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בבית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בבית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בבית עולם.
Hey, that was terrific. No, you're not escaping yet. And there you go. This is Lizzie Katchen. She wants to talk to you a second. Here's the mic.
Hi everyone, I'm Lizzie Katchen. I'm from Temple Sinai's youth group party, which stands for Pittsburgh Area Reformed Temple Youth. I'm the Communications and Membership Vice President, and we want to welcome you into our youth group formally and say Mazel Tov, and we have a t-shirt for you. And next time you're at Hebrew school, we will tell you about our next events. It's a little big. That's okay. You'll grow into it.
Or sleep in it. Thank you very much, Lizzie. There
Mazel
you go.
tov.
There you go. If you like to hear Eli, more tomorrow at 10:30.
We continue now with the Amidah with our standing prayer on page 46. Please rise as you're able.
Adonai sifatai tifta ufi agim tehilatecha. Adonai sifatai tifta ufi agim tehilatecha. Oh God, open up my lips, as I begin to pray. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagin dehilatecha. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagin dehilatecha. Page 48. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Vimotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor veHanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim Mekonei Hakol, Zocher Chasdei Avot Imot, Umevi Geula Libnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Chozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מכל התורה והושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחייב ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות מטול. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. 52. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך הסלע. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. After a prayer calling on or drawing on the merit of our ancestors, a prayer praising God's power, and another one declaring God's holiness, we turn to yet another prayer for Shabbat. Funny how that works, that on Shabbat we would have a prayer for Shabbat. You can find it on page 55, and we join together at the top of the page. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Page 57. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha bi'ira na'avod. Page 59, a prayer of gratitude. We join together. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks and praise. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha l'chana elehodot. And finally, the seventh of the brachot is one for peace. If you know the tune, join in. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tazih Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tazih Leolam. Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon v'chol hashalom, ki ata hu melech adom, v'chol hashalom. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה Shlomecha. Everybody. Shalom. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Tazim Leolam. Tazim Leolam.
Baruch atah Adonai, hamavarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
So before silent prayer, look on the facing page toward the bottom. I found out recently that this is one of Rabbi Gorbin's favorite readings. And let the thought of it, imagine the unimaginable, guide you into silent prayer of gratitude and thanks.
Don't stop after beating the swords into plowshares. Don't stop. Go on beating them and make musical instruments out of them. Whoever wants to make war again will have to turn them into plowshares first.
Shalom, shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu le'akol Yisrael v'imru amen. Hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Join if you know it. Oh, say shalom, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael Will you turn in your books, please, to page 253? Normally, the Bishop Baruch of Healing is part of the Torah service, but we have instituted it every service because we have no idea who's going to be here tomorrow. Some people are traveled all the way across the state to be here, and some people traveled to be here tonight. And every one of us has experienced brokenness in life. Every one of us has experienced pain and suffering, or are closely related or connected to somebody who has. And right now we offer Misha Berach for those who are in need of healing. We think of those who right now are in a hospital room, clearly terrified about what might happen just in the next day or two. And we think of those who are in nursing homes on a Friday, facing a long weekend without even one visitor. And we think of those who simply walk the earth with a stone in the heart, or face the daily battles of addiction. This is the time to call that person to mind. And if you would care to, you might care to say the name out loud. If you do, it'll go into the collective heart of our prayer. And I'm just going to indicate you're part of the congregation. If you choose to say a name, terrific. If you not, just hold it dear. If you are using the Hebrew formulation, we say the Hebrew name and then son or daughter of a mother, because all healing in Judaism is in the name of mothers. So if there's anybody you'd like to say for healing this Shabbat. Just call it out. Dr. Julian Elligator, Sam Garfield, and Dorothy Louise Raffson. We wish refuah shlema for them all, healing of body, mind, and spirit. If you care to, in Hebrew and English on 253 is the Mishaberach. You might sing along with us. You might simply respond amen. You might simply close your eyes and let the prayer of hope and healing wash over you. Find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu b'kor habracha bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Well, this is a very special Shabbat. Those of you who are veterans here know that I'm prone to saying this is one of the most important Shabbatot in the entire year. And you could only get away with that 30 times before people say, hey, wait a minute, there are only 52 weeks in the year. Why is this so special? It's special in Jewish tradition because this is called Shabbat Chazon. The Haftarah that will be chanted in its entirety tomorrow is the beginning part of Isaiah. Isaiah has a chazon, a vision. He is a chozeh, a seer, and he sees not good things. Not good things. He thinks that Jews are doing things wrong and for the wrong reason. We're not upholding ethical laws, and frankly, we're doing a lot of sacrifices, wasting a lot of perfectly good animals without the right spirit and intention behind it. This is always placed on the Shabbat just before a commemoration called Tisha B'Av. Or if you grew up in an old Yiddish household, Tisha B'Av. I don't know how many grew up saying Tisha B'Av, right? Like my mother would say, it was like when heck freezes over. Oh, yeah, when Tisha B'Av comes, that's when you get to get that toy. Tisha B'Av is the 9th of Av, and it is the commemoration of the destruction of both temples 700 years apart. The first in the year 586 by the Babylonian army, and the second in the year 70 by the Roman army. It's considered that they were finally actually leveled on the exact same day, the 9th of Av. And this is called in Judaism the Black Fast, in contradistinction to Yom Kippur, which is the White Fast. And hassling Rabbi Gorban as I did earlier, I know I have to go to Yom Kippur this year for the White Fast. I apologize. So, why were the temples destroyed? Now, the marvelous thing about Judaism and our rabbinic teachings is we don't think the Babylonians got to destroy the temple because they had a big army. No. It's because we were committing idolatry. If we hadn't been committing idolatry, the temple would have stood. And the later temple, the second temple, was destroyed because of what's called sinat chinam, baseless hatred. Hatred in words among Jews. It's marvelous. We don't believe that the Romans had the greatest fighting force in the history of humanity, the 10th Legion. No. if we had just been nicer to each other, the walls would have stood. It's an amazing fantasy that we have. Because we believe in the power of words. This particular parsha of Torah, beginning of Deuteronomy, is called words. Ela hadivarim asher Moshe. These are the words that Moses spoke. These are the words that Moses spoke to the people, and Moses speaks for 34 chapters. He doesn't let up, which is a shock. Because if you've been coming to services all year long, you know that when we met Moses back in Exodus chapter 3, and all these things were happening, and he came into his own, he told God that he could not speak because he was not a man of words. He could not speak. He had a speech impediment. All of a sudden, Deuteronomy, he's got more words than anybody can possibly figure out. He can all of a sudden speak. And the rabbis in a wonderful midrash called Tanchumah tell us why Moses learned to speak in the desert. The wilderness took away all of his fears. He was no longer lame or heavy of tongue, lame of mouth, heavy of tongue. He was able to speak. And what he spoke was essence. Even though there are a lot of words, the essence that we're going to read next week is the Shema. We believe in one God, not zero gods, not more than one. We believe in justice. We believe in community. And words have power and consequence. It is really challenging to understand that in the season we find ourselves in. The season where I read way too many news sites. And I listen to too many commentators from right to left and center and back again. And I'm stunned to learn from them that we are living in what is now being called a post-factual age. Even the phrase is challenging, a post-factual age. I'm not talking about any particular candidate, but claims are made, words are said as if they didn't have power and significance and consequence. And Judaism teaches precisely the opposite. Judaism teaches us to guard our words because maybe your word against the person who's sitting next to you could cause the temple to be destroyed. Words, sinat chinam, words of anger, of hatred, of rumor, of innuendo, of threat, destroy the temple of the human spirit without any doubt whatsoever. So rather than give you a rant about my challenge of living in a post-factual age, I'd like to give you 3 words. 3 words that you can take from the book of Deuteronomy that are all there and that all should implant themselves in our being as we move forward to make this world a better place. The first word is ahava. Say ahava. Ahava. Almost. Say ahava. Ahava. Ahava means love. And love is not a feeling in Judaism, it is a consequence of actions. Love is what you do, not how you feel, because feelings pass. Love of God, love of each other who are in God's image, is a function of what you are willing to do. Are you willing to ease another person's pain? Are you willing to make that hospital or nursing home visit? Are you willing to simply comfort somebody who is uncomfortable beside you? The greatest story of the year came across in the press this week. Now, I'm an avid newspaper reader, but I occasionally read Huffington Post, which I know doesn't pay newspapers and all that kind of thing, so another reason to go to Yom Kippur, I know. But here's what ahava is. Ahava is a couple in Rome. They're in their apartment building. He's 93, she's 89, and they're heard by the neighbors yelling and crying. And the neighbors, not knowing what to do, they call the police. And the police come, and they knock on the door. And it opens, and these 2 old people are sitting there, and they're crying their eyes out. And the policemen get their story, and they make them a spaghetti dinner and sit down with them for 2 hours. And it turns out they were yelling about how lonely they were. Those police officers were the living embodiment of ahava, of love, in the act, not in the feeling. Ahava. Tzedek. Say tzedek. Now you have to say it twice. Tzedek, tzedek. Because in Deuteronomy 16 it says tzedek, tzedek, tirdof. you shall pursue justice. You say it twice in the Torah because you really mean it. That we're not satisfied when people say things that are wrong or hurtful. We're not satisfied when some people get one kind of justice and another people get a different kind of justice based on the color of their skin or their socioeconomic place in this society. So 2 years ago, I was asked to be on jury duty. It's fun. You get to play with a lot of pencils. You sit there all day and you play with pencils. And it's called 1 day, 1 trial. You have 1 day that you'll have to do that for 5 years, or 1 trial, and then you're free for 5 years. I'm playing with the pencils, and they call me into a room. And they call me into a room, and they say, Rabbi Gibson, we want to pull you on a jury for a case. Will you support the death penalty? I said, no. I said, well, you object to the death penalty. I said, actually, there's part of me that thinks the death penalty is kind of okay a little bit. I said, why won't you serve on the jury? Because it is applied so inequitably. If you can get justice that you can buy, or if you're from a poor neighborhood, I can't possibly. So they said, when would you be able to? We'll call you. I said, 300 years. When you call me in 300 years, maybe we'll have found a way to apply the law equitably to everyone. So we have ahava, love, and we have tzedek. So say ahava. Come on, Lee, humor me. Tzedek, very good. And the last one is emet. Emet means truth. Or as your Yiddish grandparents said, emes. They went to emes, right? How do we know that emes is truth? Emet is truth because it contains the first, the middle, and the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Aleph, mem, taf. Truth is all inclusive. And so if we are being told we live in a post-factual world, maybe we should resist it. Maybe we should say there is something called truth, that maybe deconstructionism does not rule the day. Maybe there is something that is real and true and that we can rely on. In Judaism, we call that the Torah. As progressive Jews, we say the laws of the Torah that still matter today, which are mostly ethics. And if you remember those 3 words, the devarim of the portion, you'll have made this old religious school teacher who's been teaching since 1973 really, really happy. So they are ahava, tzedek, oh, you're so good, and emet, love, justice, truth. Amen. I know I spoke long, Judy, but I got going. What can I say? So please come up. There are a couple announcements we want to offer for tonight. That cantorial music is underwritten in part by a generous grant from Edgar Snyder. Where's Kathleen Pennock? Kathleen, where are you? She's not here? There are you? Thanks for the oneg. You're sponsoring the oneg in honor of Eli, so I really appreciate that. Tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning, we have our weekly Torah study. At 9:15 is the minyan upstairs, the regular Shabbat service. Here at 10:30, Eli, be here, okay? He's doing a magnificent job. All of his Torah, all of his Haftarah, and a wonderful talk. I'm so excited. Who has traveled the farthest to be here for this bar mitzvah? Anybody travel from out of state, or are you all Pennsylvanians? Where did you travel from? New Jersey. They traveled from New Jersey too, and so we want to have a special greeting for Rabbi Gorbin's parents who are here from the wilds of New Jersey as well. Where in Jersey? North, south, central? Cumberland. Oh, really? Real south. Tom's River or where? We're below. Okay, great. So, who else? South Carolina, the Palmetto State? Very good. We're delighted to have you here. We'll see you tomorrow as well, okay? So we're very excited. Next month, 1 month from this week, we're celebrating our 70th anniversary here. And Cantor Berman is working with our musicians. It's going to be a 70s kind of feel. And I will not wear a John Travolta suit. I guarantee you. I promise that right now. We are... It's under the leadership of our wonderful founders, Ellen and Bob Katz, and please join our founding families, the intergenerational choir, and the temple band, for it will be a fabulous look back at our past and forward to the future. Religious school registration's open, Eli. Oh, and everybody else, okay? For the fall, okay. Community Tisha B'Av services start tomorrow. We get together at Bet Shalom. Mincha is at 6:45. There will be a Seudah Shlishit, a third meal for Shabbat, and then it will be followed by Ma'ariv, and the incredible haunting and beautiful chant of Echa, the book of Lamentations, which is the book that Jeremiah wrote upon looking upon the ashes of Jerusalem. The Intro to Judaism will begin not this coming Thursday, September 8th from 7 to 9 at Roto Shalom. For more info, ask me or Rabbi Gorbin. Chai Mitzvah, Chai means alive, is a group learning over a 9-month period, and we're going to start this soon. Please contact Rabbi Gorbin for all the details about it. We have an adult B'nai Mitzvah group that is learning Hebrew right now, September through May, 7:45 to 8:45. For more information, see Rabbi Gorbin. Do you get the sense that she knows everything that's going on around here?
And also registration is live, so you can go onto your temple account and register.
We have a new high holiday prayer book called Mishkan HaNefesh. We bought an entire set through a very generous donor. Every Wednesday in September, we'll be going through it so that you can be familiar with the prayers and the differences. Rosh Hashanah will be 1 week. 1 week will be Kol Nidre. 1 week will be the Yom Kippur morning, and 1 week will be Yizkor and Ne'ilah. We're going to start shofar blowing classes. It's before Tisha B'Av, and I'm talking about shofar blowing. It's nuts. Anyway, that starts on August 28th. And we have, this woman is so inventive, we have, the Hebrew word for song is, do you know what it is? Shir. And she has a youth choir called Sheer Joy. Come on. You got to reward cleverness where it is. And they are going to be meeting starting on September 11th at 9 o'clock before religious school. And that's it, and we'll talk more later, okay? So if you find your prayer books again, turn to 282. In the middle of the page, the version of Elena we do is in the middle toward the bottom. We'll ask you to rise if you are able.
Aleinu l'shabeach
Ladon hakol, latekenu la liyotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'nachnu kor'im, u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu.
Turn over to page 287.
Ne'emar,
V'Adonai, v'Melech
Please be seated. Bayomahu, Bayomahu, Yeh Adonai Echad, U'Shemo. U'Shemo Echad. In your prayer book, there's a brief reading before the Mourner's Kaddish on 290 in the middle. It was actually written by Rabbi Chaim Stern of Chappaqua, New York, on the death of his wife. And he wrote the following words. He wrote, "It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing to love what death has touched." As we go over the list of yard sites for this week, those who had died at this season years past, if we name somebody who is a loved one for you, we'll ask you to rise so we can recognize you as a mourner. And then we'll say the names of those who have died more recently, and then we'll rise as a congregation so that no mourner will have to stand alone. Fred Abramovitz, Arlene Edelman, Nancy Alter, Sandra Blackson, Mary Bloomer, Alice Brandeis, and Herb Brandeis, Pete Buncher, Rose Kolker, and Vida Dimas, Sadie Dobkin, Rita Entrican, and Morris Esmond. Kay Farb, Forrestine S. Fisher, and Bernard Friedman, Ida Fromer, Vivian Gale, Elise Gaston, and Esther Gittitz. Linda Goldberg, Rachel Goldberg, and Bernice Gutstein. Jean Hamburg, John R. Hanlon Sr., Lauren Hirsch, Milton Judd, and Samuel Kaufman, Blanche Leibovitz, and Mike Levine, Jordan Lilienthal, Libby Mann, and her honor, former mayor, Sophie Masloff, Morris Oshry, Ernest Plout and Harold Rutenberg, Evelyn Shermer, Samuel Schmerin, Robert Shapiro, and Ann Siegel, Randy Silverman, Barbara Snyderman, Samuel Solomon, Amalia Steinbach, Jeanette Tansky, Leonard Trachtenberg, Abraham Traub, Anthony Trimble, Daniel Wiener, Sam Weitz, Anna Weschler, Ruth Weschler, Alan Yorkin, and Rachel Zamuel. And now we remember those whose recent deaths we still mourn. George Auerbach, Shirley Fisher, Eunice Sable, Bella Rose Weil, Charles Calson, and Sandra Goldberg. We rise as one community, and all who will may join in Kaddish. Yitgadal, v'yikadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'yom divrach hiruteh, v'yom lich malchuteh, b'chai echon v'yom echon, chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'yimru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach. 294. Yiparach, v'yishtabach, v'yipa'ar, v'yitomam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, Shmei d'kudsha, brichu. Le'ela, minko birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran, b'yama, v'yimru. Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleina ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleina ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru. Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, all Israel, upon a terribly broken world in need of healing, upon all of us who still mourn our beloved dead, as together we say.
Amen.
Will you please find the sheet we handed out with words on it? It's called Ledor Vador. We are gifts, and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope, and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words, and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Here's the chorus. Ledor vador nagid god lecha. Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name. Do the chorus again. Ledor vador nagid god lecha. Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name. Second verse. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our heart, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed and we are holy. We are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. Ledor vador. Ledor vador nagid god lecha. Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name. Ledor vador nagid god lecha. Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name.
Bruchim atem v'voachem, u'vruchim atem b'tzeitchem. Blessed are you as you come into sacred space and into community. And blessed are you as you go on your way. And as you go on your way, may you find connections from generation to generation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei mizonot.
Amen.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who creates animal cracker elephants standing on podiums. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.